Okay, we're back. So, basically, OBS, like GZ Doom, SLOBS, likes GZ. OBS, Xandrona, SLOBS, not like. So, I can't run this game on SLOBS, basically. So, basically, we'll be playing this game on normal OBS and, check some. My chair would stop shrinking. Right. I'm gonna assume that this will be fine. Yeah, let's right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are only days away from the second Robot Master Tournament. As agreed with Dr. Light, all the robots must be refitted with Mega Man's powers to truly see which robot has the better design. Dr. Light, well, that would be a fantastic idea. Great opportunity to prove my genius to the world. All my robots have entered the competition. What say you, Light? Enter your robots or let me reclaim my title without a fight? So Dr. Wily, I guess, is just Dr. Light. We can't trust Dr. Wily in that competition. Let me enter to make sure Wily doesn't try anything. Right, Mega Man. You alone won't be able to watch over every match. I'll have to contact my old robots and have them enter as. I'm on it. I'll get as many robots as I can to help. Team Mega Man 8-Bit Deathmatch presents. Oh wow. Even put in the new intro. Oh, wait, it's muted. That should fix it. So this has actually been out for a long time, but they have recently come back to this game and redid the base game. So what they did is they did the base game like pretty early on, I suppose, like compared to what it is now. And then they kept adding on more and more content into it. And on V5, like C or D or something, he went all the way back to like first stuff that and basically revamped like a whole bunch of stuff. So this is Mega Man 8-Bit Deathmatch. This is... Let me check some things. I might have to close the browser. I wanted to have it open for chat, but I think the phone will do. Might be a little too... Already looking a little. But even so, for some reason, OBS takes up more resources than SL OBS. I don't know, I guess that's strange. Let's try walking around a bit. This is basically Mega Man Doom, and it's its own thing, basically. Like, not only does this, like... This has, like... How do I explain it? This has, like, sub-mods, if that makes any sense. Honestly, in my opinion, one of the best mods for Doom. Got like a wardrobe over here. You can change your design to any one of the Robot Master. I'll go with this guy, I guess. This is who I usually go with. But, got like a whole hub world here. I didn't even know they added in the elevator for earlier than when you usually got it before. And honestly, the whole thing is just very well done. The whole thing's well designed. And it's just the hub world. They got like a whole bunch of custom music from a bunch of like guys as well, like Rush Jet and Whoa Dr. Freeman. Orange Mario, I think, was another one of them. Honestly, I could gush about this like all day. Still have more to say. For example... Oh. Like something. Got a training room. And to demonstrate, we got just about every weapon up until 9. Also including... No, they don't have it public yet, I guess. Including the solar flare that is in 10. And each weapon is actually fairly accurate to how they are in the game. And some of them are, of course, revamped to be a little bit better. Actually, I think they added more to this arena in particular as well. Because I don't remember a lot of the options like arena, water, stuff like that. Specifically the arena. What is a weapon that would be strange to have outside of its original game? Let's go with Tornado Hole. Flat, classic, space. He added one with like low gravity, not the enemy on sleep. Oh. Oh, it might be a little hard to tell here, but with low gravity, it does actually propel you upward. Let's try using it on this. Used up all the weapons. So yeah, every weapon from Mega Man is here. And faithful to boot. Now, I don't know where my health bar went. I'm gonna try looking for it in the options, but usually you have like a little Mega Man health bar, like right next to here. The number is fine, but where's the HUD option? Play? Not video mode. I made the text bigger because otherwise it would be pretty small. And gotta fiddle with all this stuff. Word option? I don't know. Of course, exiting takes us back here where we can explore outside, and we are even able to keep the weapon that we got. Explore the caves and some weapons even have alt fires, I think. More prominent in the CBM mod. Well, let's stop messing around for. Let's start from the start. So although I did unlock some of the extra levels, it basically recreates every level from Mega Man up until 9, I think. And that includes Mega Man and Base and the Genesis levels. And of course, being 8-bit Deathmatch, main goal is to get the most kills and win. Being in the tournament, I wish I could see my stats. So how does this look? And generally, I would say that the best weapons are just big, or the big explosive ones that, just the big explosive ones that you can kind of shoot vaguely in the direction and do a ton of damage. Oh, I see. The place there is, how far ahead I am. That's actually a nice addition. Yeah, it really is just... I really don't know what to say other than just, like, gushing. Where are my stats? Hang on. I don't even have my health bar like, I don't even have a number for my health. Again, I'm sorry, but... I don't know what's going on. The messages work just fine. My little... Is there like a HUD scaling thing? Another pretty neat thing about this is, when first place only has a couple more frags until you win. Oh, here we go, HUD option. Oh, because I have the alternative HUD on. I don't even know what that was about. But there we go. That's what I'm used to. I don't know. Either one works, I suppose, but I like this one better. Yeah, it changes to the boss music. And I think for this one in particular, I need 15. The robots aren't hiding. Oh no, just 10. And I know again, everything about this is just, for me, as a fan of Mega Man, I just, there's so much here. There's just so much here. It's fair enough. it's just good. It's a love letter to Mega Man fans, as well as just plain being like an awesome mod for Doom. Just in general. I did bring this up before, but it even has like mods inside of this mod. This is like its own game. And the ones that I'm referring to are like, we got Saxton Hale mods, and if you don't know, that's inspired by the TF2 Saxton Hale like boss mode that people went ahead and made. You got the CBM mod, which, as you can see, like everyone is outfitted with Mega Man's equipment. So that everything's like fair and all that to like make sense. At least that's how they explained it in the plot. But like, CBM, what that does is it gives every Robot Master their unique weapons. And it adds in over like, I think like at this point it's like at 90 classes or something. Like almost every Robot Master, including some from 10 still. Even though 10, like the game hasn't gotten around to 10 yet. What weapon did I pick up? None. Let's... It's... I don't... And... I'm not sure what's been happening lately. I guess, like... I don't know, people must have gotten busy or something. But as far as I know, like, updates and stuff have been slowing down. But again, even so, it's an amazing mod, and it shows that there has been, like, a lot of care and attention, like, with, like, every detail, and I don't know. Anyone for ice cream? Like, also, I should probably change my look to like my usual guy. Yeah, you don't have to change like in the wardrobe. You can change like in the menu as well, which actually gives you more options. Also, these beginning parts feel a lot easier than they were before. I'm not sure if that's just because I got good at Doom, because I used to be pretty bad at this game, I'll admit. Or if this is just because it's easy. I swore I chose normal mode. But it might be on easy, I don't know. And I think another part of that is the frag limit's actually like, not as high. See if I can lure this guy into this minefield. Yeah. Secret levels. Needleman, oh, what's the point? Well done, Suspit. Are they saying ruined? It's all ruined? Definitely not enough explosives. Y'all have... They all have their own minds. And it just adds so much more personality than, like, just having bots. Just the fact that they just speak up and say random, like, one-liners. Oh wow, this is a good weapon for close range. This one, Uh, not so good. This is a good one. It's honestly just amazing. I found this game several years ago. I don't even remember how. Alright, so the AI seems to be freaking out, but in any case, I found this game like several years ago and just basically instantly fell in love. And as soon as I figured out that there was like a multiplayer scene, a CBM, with like unique classes, oh boy, I played this game entirely too much, I guess? No, not really. But I would play this game like fairly regularly. Yeah, that works. Each weapon retains, for the most part, the same kind of properties that they did. In the original game. Some of these are tweaked a little bit. For example, Eye Shooter. It doesn't freeze enemies, but it does rip through them. Hard Knuckle, like, kind of... Yeah. It does that. You saw it. Oh, Mega Man 7. Rush Boost. And yeah, Alt Fire is different on some weapons, but only really some. For example, like on the adapter, you can either rapid fire with Alt Fire or charge your shot. Where did my hand go? What's the arrow do? Oh, great. I'm gonna use this. Got, like, weapon upgrades from Mega Man 8. Each stage feels like you're in the stage. Like a Lekman stage. It, of course, has some liberties taken to it. But it really feels like you are in a Lekman stage tower. Maybe if I can hit my shots. These upgrades are cool, but they're not working out too good. Oh, this'll work. I remember this weapon. So yeah, of course this means like weaknesses are turned off, but again, there are mods that actually do give classes, and usually again those classes have weaknesses off, but you can turn them on, which is pretty cool. Alright, maybe if I can hit this guy. A lot of these weapons absolutely shred 1v1 environments. They each kind of have their own unique uses. Like this, pretty good for traveling up terrain and kind of just like bombarding someone with a bunch of spam. That's what a lot of these are, actually. A lot of these are very much spammy projectiles that are good. You want this kind of spam. Now, I don't know where half of the enemies are. For some reason, in the first few maps, these guys still get, like, bugged out. And you win! Always. Except for later. Iceman. Honestly, one of my favorite maps. Especially in the CBM mod. Because I main Quint, and everyone hates me for that, but it's honestly very fun. Just jumping around. I may be bad at aiming, especially with projectiles, but I'm pretty good at tracking people and predicting where they'll go. I hit him. It sounds like a weird arc to it. Yeah, basically, you never really want to, like, be limited to your Mega Buster. It's only really, like, a desperate last-ditch, like, weapon. You always want to use, like, any other weapon. Ice Slasher, once again, rips through enemies, even though it frees them. Gemini Laser, good for tight spaces, bad for open areas. This thing, Guts Arm, it acts more like how Gutsman did in Powered Up, where think a second. Where you'll pull up a rock out of the ground rather than just like only pulling selected things. Centaur Flash makes them like disappear, which is actually really cool. So yeah, of course there are some liberties like taken to these, but alright, this isn't a good weapon for them. I just gotta spam them. Alright. And honestly, all the changes that are made, I would argue are for the better for most of these weapons. I'm really bad at, once again, I'm bad at aiming, so, not good with this, but for spam projectiles and explosives, that's where I really get people. What is this? Especially if you get crowds with that. You got Rippers, But I guess that's just how deathmatches work in general. More so with a big group. Just throw a bunch of shit into the crowd and there you go. Cut to the chase. So of course, we're in Fireman, and there's gonna be a ton of fire weapons. I don't know. Again, I would just be gushing if I really said anything more. Like, in fact, I really think that's all I've been doing. This weapon, it's an alright long-range weapon, but it absolutely shreds on close range because of the little fire barrier you got around you. Oh, and you don't have to stand still to fire base's weapon either. It does not give you a double jump. Oh, there's Napalm. It sucks a little less than it does in 5, but it still isn't that good unless you are firing it into a crowd. I'm sorry, Fireman. Yeah, everyone's on even playing field. Everyone has the same health. At least for the campaign. And there will actually be extra stuff in between games. So right now, of course, we're doing all the stages based off of Mega Man 1. But there are stages, once again, based off of all the way up until, like, 9, I believe. And yes, once again, including and bass and the Genesis unit. Here's a quick boomerang. It's actually very accurate to how it is in Mega Man 2. It's not overly useful, but it is good in specific situations. I don't think he's okay. Here's Crystal Eye, which much like Gemini Laser, is good for compact rooms. Just for the fact that you can, if you end up missing, the crystals go everywhere. And Bass Buster is like Mega Buster, but very fast. I'm not sure if it has a specific range to it, which it might, to account for that. But it's a pretty good weapon nonetheless. It unfortunately does not give you the ability, or not fly, double jump. Tell me. So yeah, we're like Doom, you're more focused about the campaign. Here, it's deathmatches, obviously. And honestly, it feels more like a game because the whole thing is based around a Hey, this was a nice battle we just had, huh? So you know Dr. Wily, right? I've joined his side. You should join too. I think you'd like it. What do you say? No go, huh? Then you're going to the scrap heap. Alright. So yeah, as you can see here, there are even little boss fights. And yeah, you are also hearing that correctly, faintly in the background, because I have the game volume relatively low. But the boss music did change from the original boss music to the powered-up boss music. I can fall off into the lava. Good to know. But yeah, as the first boss, this guy isn't too hard. Fake Mega Man from Mega Man Powered Up. Just kind of jump over his... He's stunned with. Wow, you're strong, huh? No wonder Wily wants you on his team. Listen, this isn't over. I'll be back. And we're thrown right back into it. Yes, this includes Powered Up. If you did see Oil Man earlier, you would have saw that. But alright, you gotta get weapon. Got a weapon. Sound Crusher is alright. I'm not very good at using it though. Maybe it would be better used in its base instead of charging it up. If you're good with using item 1, you can generally get to areas that otherwise you couldn't, or more easily, but at least. I mean, yeah, you see how, like, this stuff kind of just, like, rips through all these guys? It's ripping through me as well. He's... yeah. And once again, as you can hear, the powered-up stages do have their unique powered-up version of the boss music. How to aim. So here's the drill bomb. I don't really know what it's called, but It's honestly one of the better weapons. It's quick, and it explodes. But even though you have a weapon, you can't underestimate people that are just using the plain Mega Buster, because if you let your guard down, you'll get pelted. And there are even secret levels, which we will see that later. Oil Man. Not a huge fan of this stage in Powered Up, but this stage here is actually fairly fun, in my opinion. There are a lot of fire-based weapons, and these guys are playing a very dangerous game. Because of that. If you light the oil on fire, well, you don't exactly get the kill for it, but, you don't either. Every time you, die from outside causes, like falling, or spikes, or whatever, you actually do lose a kill. As standard in most death matches, I would. So, it's good if you need to catch up or you want to stall the match, but generally it'll kind of extend it if you do it wrong. Like, if I aim too far downwards, I'll end up just kind of igniting that, and I won't get the credit for it. Not this. Air shooter, it spreads out, but it is very, very effective at close range if you manage to hit him with all three. In fact, I mean, that could be said about most weapons, about it being effective at closer range. But even so. More so with these. This is basically a shotgun. Ow. This'll do. Oh yeah, you can actually light oil that you put down on fire as well, if you also have a fire weapon. Do I have a weapon? That'll work. And then we go to one of the Wily stages. There are actually multiple Wily stages in the game. However, in the campaign, you only go into one of them for each game. Usually it's the first level as well. So here we have a level based around... Actually, I think it's entirely based around Wily 1. Because Wily 2 was all the way up in, like, the air. And there's no really Wily 2 level, but there is a Wily 3 and all that inspired level. Alright, you have to die. Alright, the ball is actually pretty interesting, because he actually did add in the fact that you could, what? I don't really know what it's called, but you can, like, bounce off of it indefinitely. You can do that in this game as well. Alright, that was pretty good, I guess. I'm down here, so I can... So that I don't have to aim, basically. Saying. Wait, can you actually, like, change the trajectory of this thing? We got Metal Blade. I don't think it's as good as it would be in Mega Man 2, but it's just a very quick, very fast kind of weapon. Good for spamming. Better than the Mega Buster, I suppose. And of course, yes, we do have the Wily theme stage as well. Again, there's just so much care and attention put into this that, like, enough praise, to me at least, as like a fan of Mega Man, Just can't be sung about it. Just... It's good. Exhibit of me being bad at Mega Man. That'll work. I'm running out of weapons. Oh, this'll work. Not against this guy, but... Oh well, we can pick these up and we're basically full on everything. How long did I not even, like, die there? Like, until then? I think I only died, like, once. Yeah, depending on what map you were playing on, getting frags could be easier and or harder. Yeah, so there's, like, multiple of these, so... As you saw for, like, a half a second. Yeah, good match, though. This tournament's super fun. Don't forget, we need to keep an eye on the Wily's robots. Those nerds wouldn't dare try anything funny in front of us. I hope so. Anyway, you should get going. See you around, Suspect. See that slick frag I got on Time Man? Oh, I hit him. I can't really do, like, a jerk. Cutman's right. You are very strong. I could make you eat. Have the potential. Join me. I'll give you whatever you desire in this. I'll go with my food. Chosen poorly. Mo boomo. Whoa. So again, he went back and revamped all the original stuff. So originally, you would actually just go into the boss arena and fight this guy. But now you have this whole cutscene before you fight the guy, and more added onto it. Sorry to spoil it, but there's more that's about to happen. If I'm not bad at this. Yeah, it's the Yellow Devil. In 3D, so avoiding him is even more tricky. Or less tricky, depending on how you see it. And each time he goes through with his thing, he is going to have more projectiles to shoot at you. Or, it's not that time. Hang on. And now he's shooting lasers, much like he did in, Powered Up. So now he's got his arms outstretched, which I think might be a reference to Power Fighters. He's running towards us, just like a monster. He is a monster. Decent weapon choices. I like this. All the bosses got, like, super revamped. You got more story in them. Got more story in them. They got, like, more depth, more phases. It's honestly amazing that I can do. Now we're back at base. Sometimes you'll have allies that fight alongside you. Teamwork is key. This man isn't the type to go. Guess I gotta go around and talk. Oh, Suspect, you're back. A bit of a suit. This man has gone missing. Oh, so yes. Supposed to appear an oil man. Arrived. Keep an eye out for him. Yeah, sure. Go to the next stage. Mega Man 2, baby. Oh. Oh wow, they added in chapters in between. Usually 1 through 6 was all one chapter. Chapter 2, Guts Man is missing. We're starting off with Bubble Man stage. And they even got water physics. Not like swimming physics, the Mega Man water physics, where, you know. Alright, so I'm not entirely convinced that the boss don't know where I am. But they don't shoot if I am invisible, so that's good. They got it. They got it. They got it good enough. Yeah, of course it does damage on... It does damage if you do it close enough to... But not too much damage. But if they're low, you could chip them out. I need this. So far, air shooter is actually turning out to be one of my more favorite weapons in this game. Just because close range, it is very good. I happen to do everything close range. Oh, I can shoot it fast. Air shooter. Oh wait, and I don't have to wait for the weapon to, like, go back. I can actually just, like, keep shooting it. Oh, not this thing. I have somewhat bad experiences with that in CBM. Because Aquaman used to be able to just plain, like, hold you in place with the amount of, like, stun that his weapon had. Doing pretty well. It seems that they do know where you are if they do hit you, which I suppose is fine, actually. Seeing as you do get damage marks. Me alone. It's a little bit of a scary thought, though. Just imagine every boss in Mega Man being Copy Robot from Mega Man 1. Because that's essentially what this is. Like, Dr. Wily literally just made his, like, code public. And, like, for his whole, like, thing. I guess it, like, wouldn't be too difficult to do, but, like, still. But yeah, honestly, this mod in particular, this game, is up there for my favorite games. This is honestly, like, one of my favorite games of the time. And hey there, buddy. Much like Airman stage in the Mega Man 2, not my favorite. It's alright though. It's just a circle in this game. Ow. Interesting one. I think I'll stick with air shooter though. It's fairly easy to fall off, naturally. You are high in the sky. We're gonna start to see the Mega Man 3 guys as well. I'm not sure who we've really been seeing, but I know that we've only really been seeing guys from... Actually, no, we've seen guys from all over the place, now that I think about it. Like, Grenade Man was over all the way in Bomb Man. Alright, so this has actually quite a long cooldown. It's okay, we'll make that up right now. Oh. Is he shooting? I do like how Air Shooter does give Iceman his original combo. There are some weapons that are like... Oh, okay. There are some secret levels. Am I able to save? Yes, I can. Yeah, just being a single-player game, we're obviously allowed to save, but I'm going to do that for something that is upcoming. We will see what it is, but we will get to the secret level. Getting to the first secret level is actually fairly easy, just because, to get to the secret level, you have to win within a certain amount of time in a certain level. This one is going to be in Flashman. So, I'm kind of I wanted to test to see if I could, like, really save, like, beforehand. I'm not gonna, like, save during anything, like, major. Like, if I... Like, saving during, like, a boss would be a little lame, but... We'll shoot him. Aww. That was pretty good. But I will save for some of the secret levels, because the secret levels you only get one shot at. So I'll save, like, before, like, the battle starts, basically. Just a little quick save. Just so that I'm able to do it. And yes, the secret stages do grant you a, oh yeah, a new power, okay. After you beat. Now this blizzard attack is working out fairly well, even though its spread is kind of weird. We got this one. Now, you know, it's a pretty good ratio. I suppose I'm not as bad at this game as I thought, or maybe I just got better from playing, like, ordinary Doom. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. This stage. Got a secret level. You just gotta get the good weapon, get everyone in the center fighting, and then kind of just blow them all up at once. There's several ways you can do it. Quick Boomerang's a good way. Just because everyone's fighting amongst themselves here, it doesn't really matter if you die a couple times. As long as you get a couple people before you go. And with Quick Boomerang, the weapon energy doesn't go away very fast at all. I think the max to this one... Oh, it's 20. I see. So the did realize how fast this goes. So the up the limit to 20. I'm not sure if it was 15 originally, but as you can see, frags are happening left and right. And this is the guy, a hidden challenger approach. You're pretty good, but you have no chance against the likes of me and God. So this is the secret. Ow! That's a bit different. Okay, so originally there were, stuff. There was stuff here. There were, pillars that you could hide behind. How long do these last for? And of course this is Anchor, and if you don't know Anchor, this attack pattern consists of running at you, jumping at you, standing there, waiting for him to fuel you, for you to fuel him energy, and if you do so, he will shoot out an attack, basically. Now, his attacks get more powerful the more you shoot him, but at the same time, when he's standing there, it's easiest to hit him. Oh, he even has a melee attack. Not. Okay, that one wasn't too hard. However, he is the first of the 3 Mega Man killers from the Game Boy game. So, in Mega Man's 2, 4, and I believe 6, all have a Mega Man killer state. So if you manage to, this I'll save. Okay, I made it. So if you manage to, beat them with the one chance you got, you get their weapon. So for example, beating Anchor, allows you to get his, Mirror Buster, which, as you saw, kind of just puts up a shield and reflects shots back, and because I am bad at aiming, that didn't do very much. But, against Quick Boomerang, it is pretty good, but it depletes quickly, obviously. It only really depletes energy... Okay, no, it depletes energy when you bring it out, and when you take damage. Or when it takes a shot. Surprisingly, you didn't get hit by the beam. Oh. I think these guys are programmed not to go over those areas because I see them getting stuck there. But actually, I do like this charge kick. It does a lot of damage. It's like a little dash, and I don't know. I'm finding this weapon actually pretty good. Despite what everyone would think from Mega Man 5, that weapon is kind of ass. I could have sworn they revamped the stage. I'm playing on V5D, unless... Let me check the file. Let me check my files. Playing on V5D. There's a lot of version 5s, by the way. A lot of these, I think, have bug fixes or something, but... What was the latest version? Is there a V5e? Alright, well I don't think there is, but... I wouldn't doubt it either. Yeah, look at that. These are invisible walls to these guys. I can approach the Buster guys, no problem, but... fine. But quick boomerang, guys, not so much. Woodman. Good stage. Also, we don't keep it a weapon for one stage. We keep it for all the stages. No matter how times we die. No matter how many times we die, I mean. What? Honestly, in my opinion, Mirror Buster isn't that good. The other weapons that we get from the other Mega Man killers, there are 3 of them, by the way. Those are very good. Of course. Hang on. Good, actually. And get the kill for it. But yeah, Mirror Buster is a little bit gimmicky, and it's pretty neat, especially if you use it right. But I don't know. I suppose I'm just not very good with it. The other weapons, however, are much easier to use. And if you guys don't know who the other guys are, I'll see them eventually, I suppose. Ow. How much health do you have? Honestly, I don't know. I can't really like say much more. But, like, the game is good. It's not good. Why bother? Yeah. See, so rapidly shooting things are actually really good because it'll be very likely that you'll be the last guy to hit them. Even better if you can do it at a range so that you don't even risk yourself doing it. Explosives are pretty good for groups though. But you know what's better? Things that shred, things that rip through. Anyways, here's the worst stage in Deathmatch. I'm sorry, but this really is. But alright, that's not the weapon I thought it was. There appear to be a lot of items though. Yeah, it's just kind of like a bunch of stairs. And it has a lot of verticality and a lot of like, you can like jump down and stuff, like pretty easily, but I don't know, not a fan. Oh, what? Okay. I now know how Rush Coil is. It is basically automatic. It's fair enough, I guess. Naturally, the ninja would use that weapon. What? These guys seem to be spawning in similar places. Something that's pretty cool. The Proto Man weapon. Lets you charge a shot and hold the shield. Well, it didn't really work there, but a lot of projectiles will end up just, a lot of projectiles will just plain, bounce off, basically. You won't reflect or anything, but you'll basically nullify them, which is pretty good itself. I'm honestly not very good with the charge shot, because my aim is bad. But it's good if you manage to, it's basically like a sniper. Of course, with everyone finding weapons in this stage, unlike in the other stage, yeah, this charge thing ain't working so well. I am gonna get the Sakugarn, though. I guess not. Sakugarn is a pogo stick. It's used by Quint. Game Boy game. And, it's alright. I just like it. Because you just jump. And if you manage to land on enemies, it actually does rip right through them. But, it's obviously kind of tough to use, and, puts you directly into the line of fire. It also appears that people are getting close to my score. And with this guy, with unlimited ammo, aim charge, that's what. Well, no surprise. Yeah, you might not be paying attention and some guy might get ahead. I'm not really sure what Metal Man's like supposed to be. Cars or something? Saw blades? Is he another like Timberfeller guy? Anyways, here's perfect use for Gemini laser. Narrow corridors. You can really just kind of spam it. Oh. Of course, Quickman goes to taunt after every kill. Yeah, so here's Thunderclaw. Like, got everything. Even, oh yeah, and as you could notice, Mega Man 8 guys are, like, in sprite form. Honestly, sprites for these guys are, like, really, really good. Doesn't work. Out of like every weapon. Oh wait, this. Ow. I don't even think he was aiming for me. The Swordman's hitbox is honestly kinda weird. A lot of the hitboxes are a little weird for the big guys. Obviously, to make it fair, it has to be kind of like a similar hitbox. Probably. This stuff actually does make you big. In which case, not really. But yeah, we were ahead on that one. Personally, not one of my favorite maps. But it's a decent map nonetheless. Alright, hang on. I'll know if I'm in an outdated version if this doesn't have, like... Because, he revamped. Like, this one was one of the more noticeable ones. Originally, it looked kind of like this. This was, like, the only area. Very open and all that. And, he added in this whole underground segment. Now I'm unsure of what version I'm even playing on. Yeah, everyone kind of clusters up in the middle, so I managed to find something. No. It's been a while since I'm gonna just shoot into the crowd and hope for the best, I guess. This is... I think I'm being targeted. Alright, so it's first to 15, I guess. Really don't get a whole lot of Metal Blade. Makes sense though. Oh yeah, did you see me that match? I was incredible. Ah, if you're so incredible, why didn't you win? No. Why you back here? Go see what's over here. Oh, Gutsman's down. More Gutsman's down. Wait. Ouch, hey, watch it. Wait. Heck am I? What? Wiley at Castle Arena? I know. You came to rescue me. Alright, let's get back to the lab and tell Dr. Light. Alright. Go now. Run for it. A bunch of Mets are kind of getting in the way, but why does this thing look like me? Oh, I'm mad. Let's trash this guy. So, yeah, this is the Guts Dozer. What? Okay, he punches. Alright, I get it. So the gimmick here is, can't really damage him with most of these weapons, but Gutsman will stun him for us. We'll be able to hit him with whatever close range things that it gives us. Which is this. Wait, no, not this. I didn't pick up the napalm, but, I got the flame sword. I'm out of weapon energy. Can I? Got him. I don't remember who made this song, but it's a remix of Gutsman stage. Really fitting for a Gutsman bomb. We sure showed him. Way, how could it still move after that? Watch out! Oh, bomb man. It's your turn. Nice work. Your hand, buddy. That's mostly guts, man. I can guarantee you, Iceman cannot lift that. It's like we made it just in time. If we didn't come back from after the Wily Arena, we knew something was. Blackman insisted that we go looking for him. Seeing him with such a worried look on his face. He wasn't worried at all. That noisy oaf would have turned up sooner or later. I knew you guys. It's me. Let's go. Honestly. Oh, new mail. Got to check our mail. Congratulations, you have successfully been placed into the second annual robot tournament. Combat number ID is 1719. Skills on your first map. Sent to your creator, programmer, operator. Wish you good luck in the exciting battles to come. Signed, Mr. X. The real one. You're Seuss, but you totally rocked it in the first bracket. I think I may be your new biggest fan. I didn't introduce myself, actually. I'm not allowed to introduce myself. Kind of embarrassing. But that won't stop me cheering you on in the tournament. There's really a lot of Wily robots in the next few matches. Careful, I've seen them fight. They're really strong. Sure, you can win regardless if you put your mind to it, though. Guards, Awesome Fan 92. What is that logo? There's a mystery here. I don't know how to solve it. Oh. Hey, your biggest fan here. I see you're still blowing everyone away in this tournament. You're awesome. I watch you fight. It makes me wish I could be there. There's so many interesting arenas. It must be so fun to just run around and explore. So that you were put together by different people, and I hear a few of them are even old bases of Dr. Whitey. Yeah, don't worry though. Sure, you've been checked over for any harmful trash. Mr. X wouldn't want any of this contentious beat. Anyway, I gotta hit back to work. Good luck, guys. Awesome Fan 92. That's nice. I owe you one. Wasn't for you and the others, who knows what it was. Ah, I ended up at what? Oh. Hey Guts Man. Amazing that. Hey Guts Man, you were amazing that match. High five, buddy. High five. Last thing I remember is talking to Mega Man after the match. Speak to Dr. Light about all. Turns out, I didn't get disqualified for missing a match. Puts me back a few. Don't worry, I'll catch up. I don't think this is the last we'll hear that nut job White. Thanks again for saying. Strange incident. Blue Wily Arena. No coincidence. Wily is up to something. Trying to make my robots lose the tournament? It's too good for him. Be planning something new. Spin. No doubt you'll set foot in another Wily Arena. Want you to investigate the arena after now. Maybe clues to why he's planning on the lingering bases of it. Well, luck. Be careful. Arf. I don't know why I came in here. I guess I just like looking. Oh. Okay, I guess I know who Awesome Fan is. I guess it must be Time Man. That thing is on the top of his head. That's Time Man's. It's Time Man. Another cool thing about this is that they expand on the areas, even in the hub world. They've added quite a bit, like and stuff. I think they added outside. I think it was originally just the inside and the interior. Just the one room. Had the elevator, and this used to be something you wouldn't see until like later on. But I guess they added it in for like everything beforehand as well. As well as the little garden out there. But I suppose we should stop wasting time and get right into the next set of arenas in Mega Man 3. Chapter 3, Dr. Wily's Ultimate Ski. Alright, so this map, one of my favorites in CBM. Here, it's still pretty good. Oh man. Snake Man specifically brings me back. Because Mega Man 3 is the one game that I played like entirely too much. Every like Friday night. Friday afternoon, I would just sit down and play the game. It was just fun. And, for some reason, Snake Man's always just kind of stood out to me. Oh yeah, Gutsman's. I didn't even notice that Gutman was insane. Come on. What other weapons do I have? This'll work. I can do. Where is everyone? Oh, right. Yeah, in single player, everyone kind of just gets stuck. This map. Well, I don't know. They might be doing stuff. I'm seeing some, like, messages pop up, but... there's not a whole lot of firepower in this map, and, a very maze-like structure of it, the whole thing, kind of, it makes it so that some Robot Masters, some... Gravity Hold. Alright, so... Eddie smuggles... he basically just smuggles in weapons. Gives you a random one. So that means you could just get weapons that, you aren't really supposed to have in here. But I guess, as a result, you are supposed to have the weapons. But it doesn't really matter. You can play each map with, like, whatever weapon you want, really. Doesn't make too much of a difference. I mean, it does, but... depending on what you get, though. Need more. Ow. As it turns out, Gravity Hold is not that good. Which, I guess is accurate to, its Mega Man 5 rendition. Oh, and now I had one more to go. Alright, so here's Topspin. Honestly, I really like the Topspin. But, it has its uses. It's very close for being up close. It's good for being up close, but... It spins your camera around, so you're very likely to be disoriented afterwards, basically. However, it absolutely shreds most enemies. All you gotta do is get close to them, which, might be difficult. Okay, so they changed how this works. Before, this didn't use up ammo unless you hit someone, much like how it did in the original. But now it's just, like, every time you use it, which makes sense. I'm not sure why I used that. Doesn't matter, we won. Here's Rush Jet. I believe it works more like how it does in Mega Man 4 onwards, rather than... Fortunately, but it's alright. I was kind of lucky. Escape time. Oh no, it works how it does in Mega Man. How long does this last for? Oh, okay. About that long. Alright, fair enough. And, yeah, the Tango weapon is about as useful as it is in the Game Boy games. Tango is a cat from the Game Boy games, if you didn't know, and, basically, when you use them, there would be a little ball that would bounce around on the screen, and, honestly, they weren't that. They were alright, but not very good. Where did he go? Oh, he must... Did he have a rush coil? Is that... Can you only see it, like, on your side, or...? Ow. Oh, right, it goes behind them. But here's Ring Boomerang. Now that you can aim it, it's a pretty good weapon. Also, laser. Again, I'm not a very good sniper, so, I think it does pierce through enemies, though. New weapon. Alright, Ring Boomerang. Now that we can aim it, it's a lot better than how it was. It also bounces off walls. Honestly, this is a pretty good spot. Ow. Good spot time. Good weapon time. Winning time. +9. So yeah, at the bottom left, it'll tell you basically how you're doing compared to other. So if it's saying like plus whatever, you're in the lead by that much. If it says 0, then you're tied. And minus is how much you're losing by. Yeah, this is a basic map. It's pretty small as well. Frag limit might be kind of high to that. Oh, it's just 15. So here's this weapon. It's weird. It's kind of hard to hit things. But, I don't know, it's working. I can't really... I don't really know where the distance is, that weapon, but I can kind of get. Classic big guys hitbox, not matching up. Oh, that's Pharaohman's weapon. I thought I was gonna die to that, but luckily I avoided his thing. Okay, so there is like a sweet spot for this. It's strange. Hardman's just chilling here. Ow. Plus 10. Let's see. It's been a what? Whoa. Someone activated these tracks. Done that. Anyways, Riley's willing to give you another chance to join him. Doesn't even mind that you trash his bots. How about it? Wanna join the cool team? It's fine. You anyway. Pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna get some weapons. I don't know if using the stone is going to be a very good idea. I think you're the only one good with weapons. But, I think I'll just go with the Buster on this guy, because, I feel like that's when I'll get my chance to hit him most consistently. Taking this one, too. Yeah, he'll be approaching and using various weapons now. Ow. Actually, I mean, I could use Bubble It here. If I had more... get wrecked. Did he just slide in and use a charge shot on me? Well, okay, the way a lot of these bosses end up going is, they'll have their attacks and their usual attack patterns and all that, and, really, you just gotta focus on dodging more. So... generally, it's not a good idea to think about whatever weapon you're using. It's more... it's like kind of like Toho, where you want to focus just a lot more on... may bring recovering... Look at that. Look how bad my aim is. And that's... and... I can't believe you beat me again. This isn't over. Now it's personal. Watch your back, Swoospit. Okay. Now here in Gemini stage, interesting arena. I am getting shredded. An interior, exterior, it all looks pretty good. There is even an Easter egg. And there are 2 Gemini mans. Want this. Good. There's even that thing up there, which I think can be broken if you have Proto Man shop, probably. I don't remember, but I think that's how it goes. That was scary. Wait, did I like very easily get up there without even like hitting it? Oh, this is the ice crack, freeze crack. Spear. Kind of like quick boomerang, but with more range, I guess. Where did my voice go? Sometimes I just lose all my words. I guess that was a secret. Yeah, I don't know what these guys are up to. They're kind of just standing there. I don't even... I think this was the electric guy. Does magnetism count as electricity? Wait, no, because Sparkman is electric. I don't know. He's just weird. Alright, so here's the thing, though. The AI doesn't have a ammo limit. So, yeah, those guys get to spam as much as they want. Top spin. Okay, yep, we win. After we get rid of this guy. He is scary. Okay, we didn't have to. We got rid of it. Ow. Who wants their memory? Get it? It's because magnets mess up hard drives. He was coming for me. He instantly switched his targets. Yeah, as you see, I kind of just like nipped him there, and he was gone. And to be honest, in the original game, topspin, honestly, I thought that was like a very good weapon. It's not the best weapon, but it is a very good one. Reason being, it's a very good get-off-me weapon for things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to hit. However, hitting bosses with it sucked, basically. Because what you had to do, because bosses have invincibility frame, and you lose ammo every time, like frame you hit an enemy with it. So usually it would decimate enemies, and I almost fell off. Usually it would decimate enemies, and you would move on, right? However, because of the way bosses work, you have invincibility frames after every time you hit them. So you actually have to, like, for example, Shadow Man, who's weak to topspin, you have to clip him like, with the very edge of your hitbox and then pull back. Otherwise, you would hit him and get one hit off of him, and all of your top energy gone. So, here is one of the arenas that also kind of sucks, I think. There's a lot they could have done with Sparkman, but they made it kind of like this circle with a little thing underneath. Spark Shot. Actually kind of good. Just... This Slash Claw? I think this is a good weapon. It seems like it. Ow. Oh, get it. Oh. So Aquaman's thing is, it has a lot of ammo. The weapon itself doesn't have hit stun, but in CBM the guy does a lot of hit stun. But it's just one of those rapid fire things. It has some weight to it, so it kind of like curves near the end. It has an arc to it. But it's okay. It's not amazing. It's just okay. It doesn't do very much damage, but how fast it shoots, it doesn't really have to. Not all weapons are made equally. The way you can climb. Okay, so if you hold the button down, you can actually launch it further before having it done. That's interesting. Oh, this should do something. Napalm probably does a lot of damage. How crappy the rank is. I think I'm gonna end up ending my stream somewhat soon, so let's get through Mega Man 3, and we'll end it off there. But for now, we gotta get these guys. Here we go, we got charge codes. This guy's a bit dangerous. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but what it seems like to me is that was actually pretty good. Shadow... What is it called? Shadow Blade? Yeah, Shadow Blade is very good. Close quarters. I get these weaponized. He's angered. Got it. Sometimes they'll also spew out some meme. I think. Okay, so there is an add-on for taunts, and I guess I don't have it installed. But honestly, a lot of the taunts, pretty good. So a lot of them are from the show or whatever media they're in, like Mega Man 8 guys have their voices. It's just a brief little taunt that's like little voice clip. Mega Man 1 guys, a lot of Mega Man 1 guys, stuff like that, have some voice clips from the show that the Ruby Spears one. Can you please get hit? Alright, so I guess the bots actually do have invisible walls programmed onto them, so that they avoid just jumping off and killing themselves. But then that makes them want to go somewhere. Get stuck. So now we're approaching on the last bit. Luckily, I'm very good at just shooting things, I think. Anyways, I like a lot of these maps because of the verticality and stuff that I wouldn't get in any other like deathmatch and Doom. And you know what? There's really not a whole lot to compare between here and Doom, aside from it running on a similar engine and having like similar like ways that it like programs the maps, basically, with sprites and like players and all that being 2D and everything else, like all the textures and stuff being like 3D. And another thing that can be like, this can especially be praised for, is how fluid the sprites are. Like these sprites, when you turn around and all that, it's very fluid. And it all fits together like perfectly. And that might seem like a little thing, but doing that with like the base sprites would actually be kind of like, it's like one of those things that is more difficult than it would sound like. Everyone's just shooting lasers, I don't know which one's mine. And especially with the music changing with only a few frags left to go, actually escalates the mood a lot. So, honestly, just plain well made. I've literally just been gushing about this game the whole time I've been playing. You know what? Game's fun. Game's fun. Can I, like, snipe things from here? Nice. Oh, I guess there's no other Wily map here. Bring the So I can't crouch in this, which is good. The way this game in particular handles crouching is it takes a sprite. Yeah, what's that? It's kind of fun. How long do you expect down here in the dark spot? Spectacle-loving fools. My friend. I has been restored to the laboratory. Excellent. Old data files. Wiley must be up to his old tricks again. Poor Spider. Only they would be stupid on so close to my old forces. Our master commands. Body recognition. You're identified as Dr. Albert W. Wiley. Accessing private data. Still wiggling his eyebrows. Finally. The schematics for the ultimate weapon are mine again. Doctor, follow. Smooth spit. Please hide while deal with this intrusion. Not what we came. Spit wounds me to see so much potential. I'm done trying to. Shadow Man, get us out of here. I don't know, what voice should I go with? I can't do like a German accent. It's not even German. But anyways, here's the dock robots. What? So, these are pretty advanced dock robots. So if you don't know, Mega Man 3 had dock robots, which were basically the Mega Man 2 robots. And they put them into 4 of the stages of Mega Man 3. Basically, they had you redo 4 of the stages with these guys as the bosses, and there was 2 per stage. So that you had one as like a mid-boss and one as a normal boss. This one was Needleman's. So there are 4 stages that this took place in: Shadow Man, Needleman, Gemini, and Sparkman. It's gonna change to Sparkman's. So this is a kind of like culmination of the 2 of them. Honestly, makes for a more unique and Alright, this isn't working. Probably has a weak. I managed to hit him with this. Because this one's the quick and metal one. So the quick man half of him is probably weak. Crash Bomber. It's not. Alright, well never mind. Buster it is then. And fighting Quickman where you take like a third of your health damage as contact yeah, that's pretty fun. Yeah, the way this boss used to be is you fought like every Doc Robot in a row. But of course this is like way better, and even the arena changes and it's just so cool. Give me this. Okay. This one is actually one of the... We actually haven't gotten Flash Stopper before. Also, the way the order these bursts out are random, so, good luck, I suppose. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Oh, it lets me change weapons. Oh, that's amazing. Oh. But I can only use it like... He's flaming. Fire lead. Warning. Self-destruct sequence. 5 seconds. New mail as a row. Yo, Ray Blue Whip. Bolt. I got the just built instructions going corner. Bigger robots. Only you have you ready for the time. But that should be more than enough. So annoying, why am I the one that has to write this? First faithfully, DWN 17. Judging by the holes, this is probably Needleman. Let's see. Yeah, that sounds like... seems like it would be. Let's see. We actually encounter Dr. Wily acting... growing up. Arf. And notice Dr. Cossack's Robot Master tournament. We can get a Cossack number to keep an eye on the Daily Robot. It's going to happen, Doctor. We already tried talking to them about Wily's incident. But... simple mind. We serve, Doctor. Zod Master. Yeah, he's right. What? About Dr. Cossack? Weak. Can't control robot. Yeah, he's super weak. Can't wait. I'm hearing. Giving up on your leader? Forgotten about the injustice Dr. Wily did to you and your brothers? Who cares? Yeah, no one cares. No worry. You're jabbering. Match is about to start. Prepare yourself. Usual, Dr. Wawi's 3 just steps ahead of us. Now, I'm worried about Dr. Cossack himself. You look for him in the Cossack arena. There, we have some clues about Dr. Wawi. Alright, I'm starting to get a hang up with Dr. Lo. Don't worry about me, Dr. Cossack. Alright. I'll save here just in case, but that'll be it for now. We streamed for a good bit. Only 2 hours, but considering that I streamed for like almost 2 hours before, it's starting to get a little bit late. We may return. But in any case, I think some of my friends might be streaming, so let's go check for a second. In the meantime, I'll put this in internet. Alright, person I was about to raid is actually, done. So, oh well. We'll see you next time. Bye!